As I mentioned in a previous video, audio is extremely important when you are making Minecraft videos, or actually not just Minecraft, but YouTube videos. So having good audio equipment is important. So having a good microphone, of course, that's what you're going to want, right? But I did get a question in comments from Rex Ross, and it says, I would really love you to give me some tips on audio. I try to make the voice better, but it affects all other sounds. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but what I'm getting at is a better understanding about how audio editing works, etc. Actually, it makes perfect sense. I think, let me just guess. You are recording video and audio on the same track, right? So I think I would have to go into OBS to take a look at this, and maybe I will. Okay, so here we are. This is what I've got for OBS right now. So what I've got here is recording. I actually have desktop audio and my microphone as the same thing. They're on the same scene. So I also have display capture, of course. So what you can do is have audio, at least microphone, as a separate source. So you just need to add the source, like right here. And you can add in audio capture or audio input capture here. So you can have your microphone being recorded separately from the desktop audio or the game audio, however you have that. And the reason I don't do this is because I don't have a need for it. I usually have the audio at a decent level that I like for desktop. And for mic, as you can see, I've got maxed out. And let me explain exactly what's going on with that. So the reason I have the microphone at max, well, in the Windows settings, I actually have it on maximum as well, but it seems like it's not loud enough. And in fact, even with the microphone in on maximum in OBS, it's still kind of quiet. And I'm not 100% sure why. Of course, I could probably have some more software added. Flies after rain now. And yeah, there can be some more audio software added. Why did I do that? Clear the weather. There we go. You can hear me a little bit better. So let me give you a little bit of a story about what happened with my laptop and what I was doing with recording there. I was not using OBS because, well, guess what? My laptop couldn't handle OBS. It's kind of that crappy. And so I was recording with, I don't even remember the name of it, but it was a much simpler recording program. However, I was also using my old earbuds, and unfortunately, they kind of stopped working properly. So what ended up happening is I was recording videos at such a low level, very quiet level, and it was noticeable. People had to just increase the volume so that they could hear me properly. So that's one thing you need to be careful about. Make sure that not only your microphone is working, but your earphones are working as well. But yeah, that's a bit of an aside about what happened. But you need to play a lot with settings to get things to be working exactly how you want them to be. But what I do, now if I were to record audio separately, all I'd need to do is like the timestamps or the length should be exactly the same. So you can just easily overlay them in your editing software. So why don't we go over to that? All right, so this is from actually one of my older videos when I was doing a tutorial. So if we just play this. When a nautilus is injured, you can feed them. Okay, so the audio level isn't too bad. I can hear myself fairly clearly. But when you go to the audio mixer, this is where it gets important. So this is the source, this is the output here, or the master, I should say, audio 1 and master. So the master is the audio for the entire video. So like if you put this in here, like that, and you want to work on the audio here, I usually crank this up way to the top. So when a nautilus is injured, okay, so now it is quite loud. It is really loud. You can also adjust the audio level here. Now, I'm using HitFilm Express, so you can increase it there as well. So you can adjust whatever audio you want to. Now, if I wanted to add in music or sound effects, I can do that. I just go into import here, and I'm not going to exactly do that right now, but because I don't have a license on this channel for the music. But anyways, you can adjust each audio track separately. You can insert a track here. See, there's audio 2. So you got another one, and you can add that. I mean, I could just grab the audio from this one and place it there, and it's going to be doubled up here. You can feed them to, but yeah, that's what I do. I just really crank up the volume all the time. The reason for this is because when it's uploaded to YouTube, the volume tends to be reduced. And so if you've already got a fairly quiet video, it's going to come out pretty quiet. So when you have it up on YouTube, you absolutely do not want it to be too quiet. Having it fairly loud allows people, of course, to turn it down, which is a good thing. And I've found that I have it at a fairly good balance. So yeah, a lot of this is trial and error. You have to keep adjusting things as you're doing it. And should I do separate microphone source? Probably. But I just find it, for efficiency's sake, I don't. And I don't really need to do that. However, if I'm doing videos with voiceovers, absolutely, I am doing that. I am doing a different audio track. So I will absolutely be doing that in the future once I do that. And I do have a video planned that will be just like that. Another thing is, and I didn't mean to go diving. Another thing is, where do you place the microphone? Now, I sometimes get too close to the microphone for some reason. I don't know why. And part of the problem with that is you get all the sounds of the mouth, you know, the lip smacking and all that stuff. And that's something you just do not want to have. So position yourself a little farther away from the microphone, and you shouldn't have that sound. And I tend to not speak directly into the microphone. It's off to the side. And that usually helps. Also, I have a pop filter on it, and that's supposed to drown out a few of the sounds. Usually just extra pop sounds. You know, that's why it's called a pop filter. If you don't know what a pop filter is, it's that round mesh that you can place over or in front of the microphone, and that can really help. If you happen to have a what's it called? It's a wind something. I can't even remember what it's called now. It's the foam thing that you put over the microphone. That's meant more to stop any like wind or blowing sounds. Like if you're speaking directly into the microphone, you'd want to use that. So you could use both at the same time. but ideally that kind of thing is meant for using a microphone outside. Although the microphone I have is on a boom mic. It's on a boom, and it's not one that you would be able to take outside. It's a studio microphone. It absolutely would not be used outside. But those are the things that I can think of that can help. I would actually love to hear in the comments from anyone who is really good at audio engineering or audio editing in videos. Let me know your tips, and maybe this can help Rex. So, if you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.